All right, testing, testing, testing. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Super Gadget in the room. How are you tonight? It is just after 8:30, and we're ready to get going. My son's practice got rained out. We got to the field. We had to pick up our hats for the team, for the uniforms, and then a deluge of rain absolutely soaked us as we tried to run back to our cars, and that was that. So, yeah, basically just got soaked and didn't accomplish much of anything else. So the good news for us is that means that I'm here and we're ready to get going on time. So this is the Patreon break for March. We, as a reminder, typically do our break for the previous month in the early part of the next month. And so we're ready for our March break. This break will consist of, as you hopefully can see, 3 boxes. We've got Topps Chrome Update Series from 2025. We've got Topps Series 2 from 2025, but this is a Fanatics blaster. So we'll see if that brings us any good luck. And then the real prize of the whole thing is the 2026 hot off the presses Topps Heritage Hobby Box. Before we get going, let me quickly run down the teams with who has what for this particular break. JC helped close this thing out, which I greatly appreciate. So he's got quite a few. JC has the Diamondbacks, White Sox, Astros, Royals, Marlins, Mets, Rangers, and Nationals. Jackal has the Braves. Super Gadget has the Orioles, Red Sox, and Athletics. Ryhawk has the Cubs. I have the Reds. The Guardians are going to Level Brick Blow. Adam K has the Rockies. Pennsylvania Tiger has the Tigers. Peach Pits has the Angels and Blue Jays. Dr. Mustang has the Dodgers. Uncle Ben has the Brewers and Rays in this one. Iowa State has the Twins. Lost Collector the Yankees. Dan R has the Phillies. 412J Mac the Pirates. Swinko the Padres. Vosbrink the Giants. Ocelot the Mariners. And Cards on Cards has the Cardinals. I did not make a non-MLB slot for this one. Mostly because it didn't occur to me until this very second that I probably should have made a non-MLB slot. Because there's probably something in Heritage that's non-MLB. So I guess what we'll do is if we pull anything really wild, we'll just have to randomize it amongst all the teams. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So not counting me. I will not be part of that unless it's somehow a Barry Larkin card. But otherwise, no. So let me quickly. Okay. All right, let me get caught up on the chat real fast here. Super Gadget says sending out TCDB trades. That's good. I have been trying to finish off my 2025 Allen & Ginter mini set. I'm getting close. And JC says that he and Super Gadget have a big trade in progress. Lots of the cards probably going that way, courtesy of me and my break. So good. I'm glad you're able to share the love a little bit. Love to see it. Love the fact that baseball card trading is still a thing. It's not a huge thing anymore, but it's still a thing, and I like that. So I don't know. All right, let's see. Why don't we start with the Fanatics blaster, and then we'll work our way through the Chrome blaster, and we'll save the Heritage for last since that's the newest product. we'll do it that way tonight, I think. So the Fanatics Blasters have the opportunity to pull a, I believe they're all redemptions, of course, but to get jerseys and things of that nature for certain players. It's not super likely, but that possibility exists, and that would be pretty cool if we did actually pull that. So let's root for that, shall we? All right, there's a box, healthy number of packs there. There's your empty box. Let's see here. We have 9 packs, 12 cards per pack, so 108 total cards. Got a bunch of different inserts possible from here. And then, of course, the Fanatics Authentic Memorabilia Redemptions, which Topps doesn't list odds anymore. So who knows how common they are, but it would be cool. All right. JC dropping in and out, double tasking, this time a retirement planning Zoom. Good luck with that. Keep us on in the background and we'll see what we can pull for you. How's that? All right, so let's jump right in, shall we? Got 3 boxes to do tonight. And so here we go. Good luck, everybody. So, of course, this is last year's Topps design, but Series 2. So we got Harrison Bader for the Twins, Jared Jones, Future Star Pirates. We've got 2 in blue. It's a race to embrace for the Dodgers. Isaiah Kiner Falefa for the Pirates. Julian Aguirre. I thought it was Aguilar, but it's an I for my Reds. Wencio Perez for the Tigers. Shota Imanaga Cubs. Jake Mayers Houston. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper for the Mariners. And then we have a Stars of MLB. Jarren Duran for the Red Sox. And another upside down card. This is a very nice. This is the Topps logo parallel. Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles. So there's a nice bonus right off the bat. And Seth Johnson for Philly. Garrett Crochet starts us off. Red Sox. Juan Soto, Mets. Luis Angel Acuna, Mets. Tyler Fitzgerald, Giants. Javier Sanoja, Marlins. Michael Mercado, Phillies. Eduardo Rodriguez, Diamondbacks. We've got an upside down Leo Jimenez, rainbow foil. Kind of a bit of a ding corner up there, but for the Blue Jays. And we have a Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, dynamic duos, I think these were called, or diamond duos. But pretty cool. I love the Brewers colors on that one. That one is going to Uncle Ben. Hopefully he doesn't have that one yet. That's a pretty sweet looking card. Here, we'll slide those over. I think we got one of these Stars of MLB in each pack. So there's Wyatt Langford for this one for Texas. And another Brewer, another Topps logo, Brewers team card. So good pack there. And Javier Assad for the Cubbies. But good pack for the Brewers. I don't know if Uncle Ben's in the room tonight, but I'll watch this after the fact if not. Kirby Yates, Dodgers. Brendan Eisert, Blue Jays. Christian Walker, Astros. Hunter Goodman, Rockies. Robert Suarez, Padres. Jack Flaherty, Tigers. Josh Lowe, Rays. Roki Sasaki, Dodgers. We have a Jackson Merrill. This is, I don't know what these are. It's a different parallel. It's the old school cardboard back, but if you can see that down at the bottom there, 30 out of 90. Jackson Merrill Padres. Going to Swinko. That's a surprise hit. And it's not going to probably show up on camera exactly, but that is a old school cardboard back. It's not glossy. So there you go. Hey, Ben's in the room. Good evening, Ben. Still a little bit of a dinged corner up there. Corners seem to be not pristine in this. We've got Spencer Strider for the Braves. And maybe these are one per pack in the Blasters. Joey Loperfido, Blue Jays tops parallel, and Oswaldo Cabrera for the Yankees. Next pack, the Dodgers start us out with Michael Kopech, Johnny DeLuco, Rays, Jaden Hill, Rockies, Adley Rutschman, Orioles, another Brewer, William Contreras, Miguel Andujar for the A's, Gavin Lux for the Reds, Taylor Walls for the Rays. We have a regular 1990 insert, Frank Thomas for the White Sox, and you can't really tell, but that does feel different on the back. It's more of like a glossy finish. That's just your standard insert going to the White Sox. We have another Stars of MLB for the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And our Topps logo parallel is Kyle Stowers for the Marlins, and Noelvi Marte, who has sucked this year and just got sent down to the minors. So much for being a future star. Walter Pennington, Rangers. Mason Miller, A's. John Singleton, Astros. There's a nice Shohei for the Dodgers. Nationals team card. Whit Merrifield, Braves. Stewart Baroa, Blue Jays. Adam Duvall, Braves. Gary Sanchez, Orioles. We got a Colby Mayo, rookie for the Orioles. And our Topps logo card parallel is Michael Harris II for the Braves. And Alexis Diaz for the Reds. Victor Robles for Seattle. Billy Cook, Pittsburgh. Ronaldo Lopez, Braves. Aaron Savali, Brewers. Alex Call, Nationals. And Jacob Young, Nationals. Giants get a team card. Felix Bautista for the Orioles. We have a Jacob deGrom, Summer Superstars. Kind of a cool card. Trippy. Going to the Rangers. That's going to JC. Grab the Rangers in this break. A nice deGrom for you. Running out of room to store these things. And the Brewers, a little more love. Jackson Chourio. And our Topps parallel is Dustin Harris. Topps logo parallel, I should say, for the Rangers. And Edmundo Sosa rounds it out for the Phillies. Still looking for one of those redemptions, but I can't complain about that Jackson Merrill. Frankie Montas, Mets, Juan Yepes, Nationals, Pirates team card, A's team card. JP Sears for the A's, Jesus Luzardo, Phillies, Pablo Lopez, Twins, Endy Rodriguez, Pirates. We got a National League Speed Demons. That's Ellie for the Reds, and I should know who that is for the... Who's that? I should know that. For Washington. It doesn't matter. It's going to go in Washington's pile, because... Although I don't know if I have that card, but it's fine. It's going in the Washington pile. Matt Olson for the Braves is our star card there. And then Jose Siri for the Mets is our logo parallel, and Hayden Birdsong for the Giants. Two more out of this blaster. Very solid blaster. Should be. They're more expensive than your typical blaster. Jonathan Cannon, White Sox. Nestor Cortez, Brewers. Jordan Romero, Phillies. Diamondbacks team card. Reed Detmer, Angels. Nick Madrigal, Mets. Sean Manaea, Mets. Sal Frelick, future star for Milwaukee. We got a Zach Neto, 1990 Topps card. We've got a Stars of MLB Cody Bellinger for the Yankees. And we have a Kiki Hernandez parallel for the Dodgers. And Stephen Kwan for Cleveland. And this rounds out our first of 3 boxes tonight. Kevin Alcantara for the Cubs. David Fry for the Guardians. Landon Knack, Dodgers. Hunter Renfroe, Royals. Wilson Contreras, Cardinals. Trevor McDonald, Giants. Jeimer Candelario, Reds. Austin Gomber, Rockies. We have a gold Ramon Urias. This should be numbered. It is. There it is at the bottom there, 543 out of 2025. Going to Baltimore. That's going to Super Gadget. Got yourself a Topps Gold parallel. I always like those. I always thought it would be fun to try to build a Topps Gold set some year. Might do that someday, or attempt to. O'Neill Cruz is our insert here for Pittsburgh. Our parallel is Josh Bell of the Nationals. And our final card is JT Realmuto for the Phillies. So that does it for your Fanatics blaster. We did not get a redemption. And unfortunately, most of the cards seem to have a soft corner. I will say that they're not They're not going to grade out 10s, but there's our star hit, 30 out of 90. Jackson Merrill, or the old school for the Padres. Very cool. But a bunch of nice cards. I'm going to sleeve this. It's not numbered. I'll sleeve this one as well while we're here. And why not sleeve, because it is numbered, the Ramon Urias as well, our Topps Gold. All right. You know what? I'm in the mood to sleeve tonight, so lots of sleeves. I'll save that one too. Okie dokie. I have a fair bit of sorting to do now. Not bad. Not bad at all for our first of 3. All right, let me grab some water quick here. Let's move on to Topps Chrome Update Series. So, as this box probably proclaims, home of the rookie debut patch autograph. How cool would that be? Chances are probably very slim, but so you're saying there's a chance. All right. Way less full than the previous blaster. There's your empty box there. And just get the boxes off my desk. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs this time. And only 4 cards per pack. So this will go a bit faster probably. And once again, good luck to everybody. We begin with a shiny Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs. Gunnar Hoglund, Athletics. We have a Sepia Refractor, Nick Enright. I believe that I have that correct for the Guardians. Kind of a darker refractor there. And Liam Hicks for the Marlins. When I open Chrome, I really need my light on, but then everything gets too much glare. So I'll try to wiggle them around so we can catch the light if we need to. Mikael Garcia for the Royals. Matt Swanson for St. Louis. We have another one of these. Are these one per? Does it say? Or we just happen to get 2 of them? They're the Sepia, exclusive Sepia refractor parallels. That's all the box says. But it's going to the Brewers. Uncle Ben getting a lot of love tonight. And Alan Rodin, for the Twins. Okay. Next pack. Going sideways. Tyler Rogers for the Mets. Ryan Johnson for the Angels. We have a Ben Rice rookie debut. Rookie card for the Yankees as our Sepia. And a Night Terrors Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. Kind of a interesting card with just fire and the moon back there. Bizarre. Kind of neat. But also a little bizarre. Come on. There we go. All right. Harrison Bader, Phillies. Mason Fluharty for the Blue Jays. We have a regular refractor of Clay Holmes for the Mets and Spencer Torkelson for Detroit. Nestor Cortez, Padres. There's a nice Nick Kirch rookie for the A's. All chromed out. We have a Chris Bubik for the Royals and Maverick Handley for the Orioles. I think that was our first pack without some sort of parallel, but arguably had the best card of the break so far. We got an extra card in this pack. Luke Keiskol for the Twins. Yoan Moncada, Angels. We have a aqua, I'm going to say. Jose Trevino, numbered 67 out of 199 for my Reds. Kind of a cool card. And we have a Ray Wave parallel, Justin Steele of the Cubs. That is not numbered, but those are cool. And Ryan McMahon for the Yankees. So we got an extra card in that pack. But then we only got 3 cards in this pack. So ultimately, we finished where we should have. Mick Abel for the Phillies. We've got another one of those Sepia refractors. Jonathan Aranda for the Rays. And why not one more Brewer? Logan Henderson for Milwaukee. So there you have it. Solid, I suppose. As a set collector, first and foremost, it does make me cringe how few cards you get in a blaster anymore, but that's just me being old, and I have to get used to the new way things are. And the new way things are is you don't get very many cards on a blaster. So there you go. Probably our 3 big hits, if you will, but not bad. Not bad. All right, that's all. Anyways, that's all bonus dressing, right? Because the real prize for this month is our Topps Heritage 2026 Topps Heritage, to be specific. This is a hobby box, so it should contain either a relic or an autograph. We're rooting for a autograph, of course, but we'll see what we get. I have not opened any Heritage. I have sworn off Heritage until I finish collecting all of the Heritage sets that I have started in previous years. And as I have learned, I think I'm down to 1 Heritage card that I need, but it's apparently some super annoying short print of Gary Sheffield. So there's the box, and it comes with an extra piece of cardboard for unknown reasons. So yeah, I need this short print of Gary Sheffield, and it seems to sell for, I have not seen one sell recently for under $100, and I don't want to pay $100 for Gary Sheffield. So I'll probably never complete that set, and therefore I will probably not collect Heritage. I may change my mind when Heritage gets into the 90s, but by then I'll just feel old, so who knows. All right, we shall begin, and good luck, everybody, with the Heritage box. We start with Marlins Otto Lopez, and I'll go through these a bit slower than the other ones just to make sure everyone sees. There probably are variations that I'm unaware of, so I'll try to make sure I show every single card. But that's what the card backs look like if you haven't seen them yet. Get the little cartoon and some stats. You get a write-up. This is obviously for a guy without a lot of major league experience, but yeah, solid. A little bit hard to read, the green on the cardboard, but not bad. The Rays, Jake Mangum, Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles, Yuri Perez for the Marlins, Aroldis Chapman for the Red Sox, Rhys Hoskins Brewers, and we get a chrome Mark Vientos. And I don't think the chromes are numbered anymore. No, they are not. They used to be, but I do like Heritage in chrome form. And for the Blue Jays, Dalton Varsho. So that's your first pack. All right. The Cardinals get Victor Scott II. The Orioles, Samuel Basallo. Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Yandy Diaz for the Rays. Matt Shaw, Rookie Cup for the Cubs. Rookie Cup and Heritage just go together. Jacob Mizorowski, Brewers rookie, hot rookie last year for the Brew Crew, especially in the first half. We have a Alejandro Kirk. Now, this was upside down, so this makes me think that it was something special. And I don't see that they used to. Sometimes they put it by the card number, but it doesn't look like they do this year. So I'm going to check the code on that in just a second. We'll flip it back this way. And we have a Francisco Lindor for the Mets, a ready and action insert. The old school film. Kind of cool. All right, so let me, can my old eyes see this? Probably not in the rather poor light that I have here. do have a light switch somewhere. Oh, I can't reach it without hitting everything. I was not prepared to turn my light on. Let's see. Come here. Okay, the light is on. So this is what I think is a regular base card. And the code appears to be... Oh my goodness, that's unreadable. I don't even have terrible vision, and that's unreadable. I'm quite certain it's a different code. So there you go. I believe that is something. You can see how the light puts a terrible glare on these, though. So let me turn this back off. All right. I'm sure if I pull up the checklist on TCDB, it's probably updated by now. We'd be able to know for sure, but I'm sleeving it. I'm saying it's something. All right. Moving along. Oh, those are really hard to read. Brian Wu, Mariners. Braves, Michael Harris II. Royals, Kyle Isbell. Rangers, Jacob deGrom. White Sox, Mike Tauchman. We've got a sparkly blue World Series. Yamamoto spins complete game victory, and Freeman homer in the 18th lists the Dodgers over the Blue Jays. So that's pretty cool and shiny. I'm out of room to put these things. That's already off screen. Let's slide stuff over. Come here. Okay, we'll turn him sideways. We have a black parallel, or maybe gray. I don't know. It's not numbered, but for the Twins, Luke Keiskell, Rookie Cup. Nice one. Nice looking, sharp looking card. I like the black borders on that. And for my Reds, the very light hitting Ke'Bryan Hayes. No, this card has like glue marks on it, almost reminiscent of Topps gum stains, but I'm not sure what the deal is with that one. We got Willie Adames for the Giants, Ketel Marte Diamondbacks, Astros get Hunter Brown, Austin Martin for the Twins, Blue Jays get Davis Schneider. Oh, we found an auto. We were hoping for an auto. I don't know this guy, but CJ Keyfus, rookie auto for the Guardians, going to Cleveland. This is going to level Brick Blow. So congratulations to you. Hopefully you know more about Mr. Keyfus than I do. But a rookie auto is, of course, nice. Does it give us any information about him? No, it does not. Well, it gives some breakdowns, but all right, I'll see that in 1 second. We have another Chrome Kyle Manzardo for the Guardians. And then the Brandon Nimmo is the one with the marks on the back. Let me sleeve our auto. All right. Much rather pull an autograph than a relic. So I'm pleased with the fact that we got an auto. Mike Trout for the Angels, Chris Bryant Rockies, Jose Caballero Yankees, Gavin Lux Reds, Luis Angel Acuna Mets, Jacob Wilson AL All-Star for the Athletics. We have a Reese Olson. This one is also upside down for reasons. Do we know the reasons? We do not. That one may or may not be something different. I'm going to add it to that stack there. And then strikeout leaders, Crochet and Webb. That's just a standard base card, so I'll randomize those when I sort all the cards out. I won't take the time to do that on video. He's upside down. Dodgers get Ha-Seong Kim, Eugenio Suarez for the Mariners, Roman Anthony, rookie for the Red Sox. The Astros get Jeremy Pena, Mason Miller for the Padres, and we have a Chrome Refractor, Drake Baldwin for the Braves. They are also not numbered anymore, but that is a refractor. It does say that right there in the dark green. It's going to be hard to read, but it is there. Another one of the black parallels or dark grays, maybe, for the Twins, Trevor Larnach. That's our second Twins parallel there. And the Enterprise, Pete Crow Armstrong, with a nice space theme happening there for the Cubs. Space has been in the news lately, so that's kind of cool. I like that some of the inserts are different from previous years. Blue Jays, Robinson Pena, Carson Williams, Rays, Moises Belastros, Cubs, Jordan Lawler, Diamondbacks, Josh Hader, Astros. We have a turn back the clock 15 years ago, Derek Jeter. Well, that makes me feel old that we're turning back the clock to something about Derek Jeter. But that's a nice sparkly blue one. I'll give it that. We got a Joan Duran upside down. Again, I'm going to just add the ones that are upside down and try to, maybe when my eyes aren't as tired, I'll be able to figure it out. And a record breaker, Ellie De La Cruz. That's cool. He's actually been doing pretty well this year. Most of the Reds have not. Hey, there's Ellie again, his regular base card. Very nice. Taj Bradley, Twins. Yu Darvish, Padres. Christian Moore, Angels. Byron Buxton, Twins. We got Anthony Volpe, Chrome. And a Jurickson Profar for the Braves is a black parallel, and Corey Seager for the Rangers. For the Rangers again, Josh Smith. Dodgers, Edwin Diaz. Jacob Young, Nationals. Parker Meadows, Tigers. Christopher Sanchez, Phillies. Yohan Moncada, Angels. We have a Robbie Ray that is upside down. Again, maybe they just throw him in upside down. I don't know. I feel like we've gotten too many, variations if that's the case, but who knows. And Edgar Quero for the White Sox. Again, when I'm not live on video, I will try to see if those are, in fact, different variations. I have a feeling I'm going to have to consult the interwebs. For the Guardians, Jose Ramirez, Brandon Sproat, Mets, Marcelo Mayer, Red Sox, Ezekiel Tovar, Rockies, Bryson Stott, Phillies. We got a Yankees, Carlos Rodon. So second blue sparkly chrome for the Yanks. Andrew Abbott for the Reds, and Matt Wallner, Twins. At least Heritage boxes still give you a healthy amount of cards. And of course, there's short prints in here. I'm not flipping the cards over, but I am making sure to show every single base. So maybe these are short prints. Maybe that's why they're upside down. That could be. I don't know. Guardians, Lane Thomas, David Bednar, Yankees. Michael A. Taylor, White Sox. Jurickson Profar, Braves. Noah Cameron, Royals. Casey Schmidt, Giants. We have a 2026 rookie pitchers. Joe Rock, Rays. Carson Seymour, Giants. Elvis Alvarado, Athletics. And Alan Rangel, Phillies. I've heard of absolutely none of them. But again, randomize that. And Kobe Mayo for the Orioles. Super Gadget says the short prints are spread throughout the set instead of all lumped together at the beginning or end. That is super annoying. I don't like that. I like it when they're all at the end, because then if you just want to not bother with the short prints, it's fine. When they're in the middle of the set, skip numbered like that, super annoying as a set collector. Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton, Chris Sale, Braves. Brett Beatty, Mets. Adley Rutschman, Orioles. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. The Rays get Jonathan Aranda in the sparkly blue. The Mets get Mark Vientos in the dark gray, and Sandy Alcantara for the Fish. I do think there are too many parallels in Heritage these days, but I might be in the minority on that. Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers. Randy Arozarena, Mariners. Ozzie Albies, Braves. Logan Webb, Giants. Kyle Raleigh, All-Star for the Mariners. Adam Frazier. The Royals look good in the sparkly blue, though. I will say that. Our chrome is Joey Loperfido for the Blue Jays, and Thomas Segezi for St. Louis. At least for group breaks, when you're doing something like this, it does make it more interesting with some of the parallels, I suppose. Diamondback get Zach Gallen, Jesus Sanchez, Astros, Ryan O'Hearn, Padres, Christian Campbell, Red Sox, Edward Cabrera, Marlins. Our chrome is Andre Granillo for the Cardinals. Another guy I've not heard of. We have an Austin Hayes for the Reds, and our NL All-Star Kyle Tucker for Chicago. quite a few packs still. A lot of cards, like I said, which is nice. Seth Lugo for the Royals. Jorge Soler for the Angels. Chandler Simpson Rays. Nico Hoerner Cubs. We've got a sparkly blue. This one, I suppose I will have to randomize on video, so we'll do that at the end. J.P. Crawford for the Mariners. White Sox get Chase Meredith in the black and Sal Frelick for the Brewers. Yes, the parallel situation in Topps base is much worse. I do agree. Super Gadget. Max Muncy, Athletics. Cam Smith, Astros. Manny Machado, Padres. Tariq Skubal, Tigers. There's a nice Paul Skeens for Pittsburgh. That's a lot of all-stars in a row. We got Michael Bush for the Cubs in the sparkly blue. And the black is Dylan Cease for the Blue Jays. And Luis Garcia Jr. for Washington. Yeah, regular Topps base. I mean, honestly, most top sets these days have too many parallels. Spencer Strider, Braves. But I'm a hypocrite because, when Barry Larkin's in the set, I still try to collect them all. So I am guilty. Salvador Perez, nice one of Salvador for the Royals. Jung-Hoo Lee, Giants. Jordan Westbrook, Orioles. Yusei Kikuchi for the Angels. Bradley Blaylock, Rockies. We have a chrome Andrew Abbott for the Reds. And Lennon Sosa for the White Sox. Looks like we got 3 more packs. Will Smith for the Dodgers. Josh Naylor, Mariners. Peyton Tolley. Tolley? I don't know. Red Sox. Nick Castellanos, Phillies. J.J. Bledley, Athletics. Jose Altuve, Astros. Kodai Senga for the Mets. I'm a throwback uniform there. And Ryan Jeffers of the Twins. Ryan Weathers for the Marlins. Alec Burleson, Cardinals. Cole Wilcox, Mariners. Spencer Horwitz, Pirates. Brandon Pfaadt, Diamondbacks. We have a Kyle Stowers for the Marlins in the sparkly. And a nice Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres in the dark grayish black parallel. And then the Enterprise, Christian Moore. I kind of like those. They're kind of interesting. And finally, our last pack of the evening. Byron Buxton, Twins. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays. Chase Burns, Reds. Nate Cavalli, Nationals. Christian Walker, Astros. Fernando Tatis Jr., Padres. We have a chrome refractor, Adolis Garcia for the Rangers, our second refractor. And we finish off with Shane Bieber of the Blue Jays. So that does it. Other than I need to randomize this, which I'll do in one moment. But quickly recap. Our hit was CJ Kayfus. No idea anything about him. But we got a lot of other stuff too. I don't have to see if these are short prints or what. I don't know. I don't know why they were upside down. We'll deal with that when I start sorting. But let me move these out of the way because I'm going to roll I'm going to roll a die. All right. Lots of base cards here. Put those over here. Put our auto here. Okay. I don't have a 4-sided die handy, but I do have a 20-sided die, and we can do some math. So here's what we're going to do. There are 4 teams featured on this. We have Colson Montgomery of the White Sox. We have Alex Freeland of the Dodgers. We have Maximo Acosta of the Marlins. And we have Denzer Guzman of the Angels. So I'm going to roll a 20-sided die tonight. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So if we roll between a 1 and 5, it will go to this slot. So in this case, the White Sox. If we roll between a 6 and 10, it will go to this slot. The Dodgers. 11 to 15 will go to the Marlins, and 16 to 20 to the Angels. So again, 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20. Your odds are the same. It is a standard 20-sided die. Good luck. It is an 8. So this was 1 to 5. This was 6 to 10. So this will be going to Alex Freeland and the Dodgers. So I will make a note of that. And that will go to the Dodgers pile. So Dr. Mustang is the lucky recipient of the sparkly blue. And I think with that, we have the Breakers Club done for the evening. I've got a lot of cards to sort, but I'll get that done probably this weekend, if not sooner, but probably this weekend. And otherwise, thank you all for joining and supporting. I have to give a big shout to JC for grabbing a bunch of teams to help me close this out. I actually technically lose money on the Patreon until we sell some of the extra teams just to break even. So I greatly appreciate him doing that. Again, I don't do this for profit. That's not really my goal here. I just do it for fun. So I try to keep the prices as low as possible. Patreon, unfortunately, takes a fairly hefty chunk out each time, but the amount of time saved seems to be worthwhile. So hopefully everyone's enjoying it. It keeps us on a regular schedule of having a break every month, which is nice as well. And next month, oh geez, what is next month? Next month is the Donruss box, right? That's what we're doing, I think. I should have had this. Yes, we're doing the hobby box of Panini Donruss, and then another, we're going to do a mega box of 2026 Topps Heritage. That Panini Donruss has been pre-ordered with the release date of April 29th. So it should come in early May, which will be great because that's when we do our break anyways. So I think with that, I'll say have a lovely evening. Thanks to those that hung out with me live. JC, I hope you multitask okay. And I will be talking to you soon. Have a good night, everybody. See you over there.